Welcome to Tansson TV Plus. Of course, I'm Brandon.
And I'm Mom. Thank you so much for joining us again today. Today we're going to talk about December, and we're going to talk about our winter shows that we have discussed during this month. And just so you have a frame of reference, today's date of recording is on December 26th of 2024. And so we'll take a look at some of the things that we talked about during the month and then kind of reflect a little bit about it. And so, first of all, we watched a variety of Christmas or winter movies throughout the month of December, and we'll talk about some of the things we thought was important about those movies, and about the movies that we kind of really liked. We'll talk about those. We'll talk about the importance of these particular movies. But anyway, during the month of December, we watched Christmas with the Cranks, Home Alone, the Santa Claus, That Christmas, and National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. One of the things that we talked about during the month in regards to our winter movies was the fact that there's certain things that are just kind of found in each of these movies. For example, there's always there's some sort of event that involves the decorations, whether or not they're too little, too small. There's some sort of major event that occurs within these movies. Of course, all centered around Christmas, of course. And then what kind of makes it fun? For the most part, I know that Brandon and I kind of we like more comedies. And so the movies that we selected actually were more comedically based. And so favorites for me was That Christmas. And then the second for me would be the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. That Christmas, I really liked that movie because it was just nice. I thought it had a homey feel. I had not seen the movie before, and I don't know if that's the reason why I kind of liked it because it was just something a little different. You could watch it; your whole family can watch it. It was just a very nice movie to watch. All right, Brandon, what were your thoughts about which movies did you like, and what did you think were important about these holiday movies?
Well, my personal favorite, of course, was That Christmas as well. And so, as you can probably see through these, we have some similar tastes in that. But I really enjoyed that it felt different. And even though Santa Claus may have been the narrator, he largely didn't have a large part of that movie. That it was truly the people of that town that made that movie. And so I personally really enjoyed it. I thought it was different. It was original. And so that's what I enjoyed the most for that. Second is the Santa Claus. I had never seen it before, but I really enjoyed it, especially with regard to physical comedy. And I mean, I feel like it just gave a warm, nostalgic feeling, despite that I've never seen it.
All righty. And then we watch a lot of TV shows about Christmas and the winter season. And so I'm just going to name them first initially. We watched Hawkeye, Facts of Life, The Santa Clauses, Fresh Prince of Bel Air, Mary Tyler Moore, Alf, Charlie Brown Christmas, and Merry Happy Whatever. One of the things that we tried to do was find shows that actually started during the holiday time period. And that was a struggle because there aren't a lot of shows that kind of start during that holiday time period. We did find that Hawkeye did begin during that time period. Um, we also found Merry Happy Whatever. And then, of course, the Santa Clauses. And for me, I liked that they piqued my interest because what I liked is actually they were all so different. I mean, they all had a different way of telling their story, while telling the story about the holiday time frame, and then of course the plot around it too. And so, but for me, one of my favorite ones that I'm choosing is actually going to end up being the Facts of Life, even though, of course, it didn't begin around the holiday season. I did like the episode that we did select. There were a lot of holiday favorites that were sung in this particular episode, and I like the way the girls kind of work together. The second choice for me was actually the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. I couldn't decide which episode I liked. When I told Brandon that I was trying to find just a holiday show in general, I thought about the Fresh Prince, and there were two episodes that immediately came to mind. And then while we were looking, I found the third. And so we ended up discussing all three of them during our chats. And so I'm not going to pick a favorite from the Fresh Prince. I'll just say that I liked all three of them because I couldn't decide on which one we wanted to talk about. And so in this case, Facts of Life and then the Fresh Prince. Brandon, what about you?
So for me, my top choice would also be The Facts of Life. I really enjoyed that episode, Christmas in the Big House. Definitely very nostalgic. For me, having seen it numerous times, especially that one scene, of course, with a little performance that Natalie and Joe perform for the inmates. So certainly really enjoyed that. The second one I'd have to say would be Alf. I really enjoy some of the scenes were very memorable, and some of the lines, such as, you know, Merry Christmas Eve, we've hidden all the eggs. Yeah, I really enjoy it. I feel like some of the lines were very memorable, but I did enjoy, of course, the others as well. But I think those ones are the two that I would revisit immediately.
All right. And then, as Brandon and I kind of talked about, that nostalgic feeling is just something that means a lot during the holiday season. And so, out of the, everything that I've listed, one of the things that brought back a true nostalgic feeling for me is really watching A Charlie Brown Christmas. And so I ended up watching it twice. And there were just so many memories that came back to me. The music that occurred while that the music that played during the episode itself, when Linus talks about the true meaning of Christmas, just the dancing that occurs during the movie, during the short special, all of that just kind of going together just kind of brought back, warm, fuzzy feelings for me. We also watched a Charlie Brown New Year's special. Also, of course, you guys have not seen that quite yet. You will soon, but that one I really liked. And so this came out in the mid '80s, and so it once more brought back that warm fuzzy feeling, and just like the other special. For the Charlie Brown special, it was the music that kind of got to me. It was them talk. It was them talking about the true meaning of well, somewhat of a true meaning of New Year's, and the dilemma that Charlie Brown had, and so that's those are some of the reasons why I kind of like both of those. Brandon, what were your thoughts about Charlie Brown's Christmas?
Well, in terms of, I mean, the peanut specials in general, I personally, really enjoy them. From both the viewing perspective and even the research, how this series of specials, which is over 51 of them now, as of December 2024, that they are able to provide this such nostalgic feel and really take the Peanuts comics and just really make them reality and memorable. And just as you were saying, with the Vince Guaraldi trio, that the music I feel like really liven up, these specials, especially a Charlie Brown Christmas, and even as we head into the one for Happy New Year, Charlie Brown, that I feel like they're also able to give different tones. Yeah, it's not like it's the same thing over and over again. That they're able to give different stories, but yet they're all still the more nostalgic.
Yes, very true, Brandon. And then, of course, we watch other things that we don't talk about on air. But some of the other things, just so you know, that we were kind of watching during the month of December, or at least for me, I'll speak for myself, that I finished watching The Floor and I like game shows. Brandon and I both like game shows, but there's certain ones that I know that I normally watch and he doesn't watch, and The Floor is one of them. So I like seeing the ending of The Floor. Both of us, though, are watching pop culture Jeopardy, and so that's been kind of fun to watch. And we are making our way through it because they release three at a time, and I think we're on number 9 now, and we still have maybe 4 to go, 4, 5. I don't know. We've got that is not adding up, but but I think we're on number 8, and so just finished watching number 8, so we still have some more to go. And then Scarecrow Mrs. King is something that we are just watching. As I mentioned previously, that came on while I was overseas. And so we've watched 3 seasons and we are on the 4th season right now on episode 3. And so we look forward to continuing to watch that. And then, of course, I watched some other holiday specials during the month of December. Um, I still am struggling a little bit for shows for the show Papa's House. Um, I watched it in December also, and I am still struggling because I don't care for this show as much as the others. Out of the season so far, this is the one show that we've kind of reviewed on here that I'm kind of struggling with. Brandon, I think we've talked about this. Were you having the same thoughts about Papa's House?
Yes, I am. I mean, for me, I struggle with the show because I feel that there's something just not really quick in terms of either the plot or the character development that I'm not really seeing a progression for, say. And maybe it's in some senses that they're doing more of a tell, not show, that, or perhaps in some cases it does the inverse, that we get like, a lot of backstory, a problem to fix, but we don't really know the characters yet, you know, and I think that's a part of the struggle, and that even the combination of characters, I don't think it's hit its groove yet, and we are several episodes into the season, and so I hope that they're able to sort of revamp some things in the spring season, and so I'm not really sure about it. I mean, I've seen a lot of promos, especially right after the neighborhood, but it's just in its current format, it is not working for me.
Okay. And I agree with that totally, Brandon. And then once more, the show that has pleasantly surprised me is Brilliant Minds. I think this is just a wonderful show. I love the cast on here. I love the plots. They get into a deepness that I think is extremely important. Um, but at the same time, I think we've moved further than just the main character. We are now starting to delve into the other characters, and so I really like the way this show is moving, and hopefully it'll remain on for a little bit. Um, Elsbeth is a show that I've just newly discovered, and that's something that I'd like to go back and watch some of the episodes that we've missed. But I think so far we've seen just 2 or 3 episodes, and so we are finding that we really kind of like Elspeth. Um, just to speak ahead a little bit for the month of January, we've already picked our theme for the month of January, and we're excited about it. Actually, my son, Brandon's brother, actually picked that out, and so he's very excited to share. He's not going to come on air to share, but he will share with us exactly what shows he wants us to watch according to this theme. He's actually picked out movies to go along with the TV shows. And so, like always, our first episodes will tend to be aired on Fridays. Any movies that we talk about will be aired on Mondays. And then once more, Port Charles Chat is always on Sundays. And so we are looking forward to the new year. And if you guys have any suggestions for certain themes that you'd like for us to tackle, please just let us know. Write them in the comments. We're more than happy to take a look at them and see if we can kind of pick some shows that go along with it. All right, Brandon, do you have any closing words for us?
Yeah, so I do have a few. So first of all, like I said, I'm very excited for what we have in store for 2025, and and even though it may not be a vlogmas per se of all of these lovely videos, we still will have plenty of content to go around. And I do say that we have some new shows that we're checking out in 2025 with the spring season premieres.
Yes, we do have several spring season premieres, and we'll be able to sprinkle those in as they come on, as they are shown on air.
Yeah, and if there's any shows that are going to debut that you'd like us to tackle, definitely let us know. We only know of two thus far. The new show, Shifting Gears, coming on in January, alongside. Well, actually, we have three. So, Shifting Gears comes on in January. The Rookie comes back in January. We still have a season and an episode to watch to catch up there. And also in March, we have the final few episodes of The Connors.
Yes, and we look forward to speaking about all of those with you.
Yeah, and before we close out, I did want to say, within this year for this channel, that we have put out, I believe, 115 videos on this channel that we just started, in May.
That is incredible, Brandon. Incredible. And we thank our audience for watching and showing your support. We really appreciate that.
Yeah, and this composes of 72 TV episodes and 14 movies. I mean, can you believe that we were able to do that?
That is so hard to believe, and that's just what we did for the channel. And so, you know, we've done more outside of the channel. So yes, that is so hard to believe.
Yeah, between 2023 and this year 2024, for our previous Tansson Talks TV playlist, we had 46. So to add that to our 115, quite a lot here.
Yeah, that is a lot, Brandon. That is a lot. And once more, like I say, we thank all of you guys for watching. Please subscribe if you have not done so, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Everybody, have a great day.
And we'll see you next time.
All right, bye bye.